folks, and welcome to the Movie Mad channel. Today I'm going to do something I don't do very often, and that's review a movie. And the movie I'm going to review is one that's just came out on Amazon Prime, which is the Tommorow War. Now, this movie review is going to have spoilers in it, so if you are going to watch this now and you've not seen the movie, I suggest you watch the movie first, then come back and have a look at my review, and then put any comments or thoughts down below that you might have about the movie. So I'm just going to give you a second to close the video off if you don't want to do that, and then I'm going to continue with the review. Okay, you've had your chance. So, the Tommorow War, I'm going to give you a few details about the cast and the writer, etc. And I'll do that first, and then I'll talk about my thoughts on the movie. So the first part is that the Tommorow War is written by Zach Dean. Now Zach Dean, I looked him up, and to be honest with you, he's not written anything that I've seen before. So I'm just going to move on from there, and I'll discuss my thoughts on the directing of this movie maybe later. It's written by Zach Dean, not directed by. It's directed by Chris Mackay, and I've seen a few things he's directed, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't paid much attention to them. So I don't know much about the writer, and I don't know much of the director. Good start for a movie review, isn't it? But the main thing is, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the film. So, first of all, the storyline of the film is about a war that happens in the future, where mankind is wiped out by some kind of beast called the white spikes. It's the white spikes, and they have virtually wiped out all humankind. And as a last resort, the last remaining 500,000 humans have developed the technology to go back in time to one single point and try and recruit people to fight in the war to save the planet 30 years in the future. So a shock arrival happens in the middle of a football game, where these people coming from the future to ask people to participate and take action in the war. So there's a draft that happens, and that draft can only be certain people that can go into the war, and they go into the war, fight for 7 days, and if they live, they come back. They come back. So the main character in the movie is played by Chris Pratt. His character is Dan Forrester, who's ex-Special Forces, ex-chemistry high school teacher, or science teacher, shall we say, and an ordinary guy with a bit of military experience. And he is recruited to go into the future along with lots of other ordinary civilians who, be honest with you, aren't expected to last the 7 days, and try and help fight off the White Fangs. So he goes there and he does that, and I'll talk about a bit more about that in a minute or two. But I just want to talk about Chris Pratt himself in the movie. Do I have any complaints about his acting in it? No, I thought he played a good part. I've watched a few of Chris Pratt's movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously, he plays Star-Lord, and then I think he gives a good performance. The first movie I ever seen him in was Moneyball with Brad Pitt, where he plays a pitcher, and he gives a decent performance in that, and that's a great movie as well. And the other movie that I like him in is Passengers. That's the Jennifer Lawrence space sci-fi movie, and a lot of people slated that one, but I thought it was good as well. So, in any case, Dan's character has a child, and coincidentally, his child becomes one of the last surviving people of the 500,000, a colonel no less, and a scientist, and she's got a way that she's going to try to poison the White Fangs. And lots of battles ensue, plenty action, and ultimately the 500,000 humans get overrun. But Chris Pratt gets sent back with a cure, or Dan Forrester, shall we say, gets sent back with a cure. he then has to find a way to implement that, and there's a whole series of events that happen in order to do that, and I'm going to leave it at that so you can see how the film turns out. Now, along with Chris Pratt, Yvonne Strahovski, and I think most of you, if you've watched Chuck, you'll know who she is. She's plays super spy Sarah in Chuck. I thought she was absolutely brilliant in that, so I was delighted to see her in this movie as well, and I think she plays a pretty decent character. Also in it is J.K. Simmons, but his role is minor, and he plays the dad, but I don't think he has much of a role on much to work with in the movie. But for the bit he does, he plays it. He plays it well. Plays it well. I just watched Whiplash the other day, and what a movie that is, and he plays a great character there. So, you know, he had a limited role in the movie. I thought that he might have been given a bigger part or more to do in that, but the storyline, I don't think warranted that. I'm just trying to think about the movie itself. Now, this whole movie gave me a Battle LA, Battleship, 2012, Edge of Tomorrow kind of vibe, and I like the kind of movies. And it does follow a formulaic storyline. Hero Dan Forrester, who isn't the best dad in the world, seems to, he is at the time, but in between the bits in the war, his daughter tells him he wasn't the best dad, so he's not the perfect guy. A bit like John McClane out of Die Hard, totally different characters. But the thing with action movies is that they've got to make you think that the character's got some kind of flaw, because it doesn't matter if they're superhuman, because then you just won't believe the character, and also you won't have any, you know, investment in the character. I think this is a great movie. I think it's very watchable, and I think that the whole thing was done very well. The CGI on the White Fangs, the way the humans were portrayed in the future, and how the whole movie went along. The only criticism I've got of the movie is I felt it was just a little bit too long. There's some nice humour in there as well, and I'm just trying to think whether I would watch this movie again. And I think I would. I think it's a rewatchable movie. I think you could get something different out each time. I think I might just sit down and watch it again over the next couple of days and see if there's things that I spot that I didn't before. But I like the whole time travel aspect of it. I like time travel movies like Terminator, Edge Tomorrow, Back to the Future. And I'm not saying that this is like that, but I think it's a very good effort. Now, a lot of people have came out and said they didn't like the movie, and that's fine. That's okay. But I did, and I enjoyed it. I think a lot of people have also criticised the storyline of the movie, but could it have been worked better? I don't know. I think it worked well. I think it done the job. The storyline was there to get the action scenes in along with the music, and I think it done the job. And I really enjoyed the movie. So I'm going to leave it at that. What's your thoughts? Is there anything there that you thought I've missed out? Anything there that you would disagree or agree with? Then please let me know. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.